Konnichiwa mina, boku wa Jeremy desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Today is day 333. It is a day. It's Saturday, November the 29th, 2014. November the 30th is tomorrow. And then December 1st is on Monday. December 1st. Where has this year gone? It seems like only yesterday that I was like, maybe I should try to do a video every day for a New Year's resolution. One that I almost kept properly until AR happened, of course. And I missed two. But that's alright. For the most part, I'm thinking it's been a pretty good success so far. Knock on wood, of course, because we don't want to, whatever the word is for it. Can't even think right now. Can't even think. Anyway, Caden and I just got back from Kelly and Cody's. We had Chinese food there. We got Moonwalk. Moonwalk is a Chinese restaurant here in town. Excuse me. So I picked it up on my way home from work, because it's like literally just around the corner. And it was like a 40-minute wait after I ordered it, but that's okay, because it's really good food. So if you're ever in Kamloops, there's two locations. One on the North Shore, and one in, I guess, Lower Aberdeen, Upper Aberdeen, that area, somewhere around the hotel area. I don't fucking know. Anyway, also, I wanted to point this out too. This pillow here, which I don't know if I think it just came downstairs the other day. Most of the time they are up in Caden's room. But if you look at the kind of style of it and stuff, we call this a maze pillow because it's like Maze, our cat. And it's a Maze pillow. And so I have one down here now and one upstairs in Caden's room, so Maze will decide to sleep with either one of us, whatever. And he's a sweet little kitten. But this video today was originally meant to be shot at Kelly and Cody's, but totally didn't have time, just got talking and all that kind of stuff, is about Hunter. Now, Hunter is their dog, and he is a German Shepherd something. He's crossed with something. But I'm pretty sure there's at least German Shepherd in him. And there's a story behind that dog, and it's really funny how it comes full circle in a way. So, a couple of years ago, my brother and his friend were outside and happened to notice this dog, random stray dog, running down the street. And I believe the story goes that Daniel went out there and the dog came back with him, and so we put him in our backyard. Now, at the time, we actually had a proper fence, where you guys have probably followed me before when I showed you my garden and stuff. There was actually a fence there, which got torn down, I believe, by weather and just old age. And so at the time, there was a fence there, and Hunter was able to actually escape again. So that was the name that at the time my nephew Cody was staying with us, and he named him that. He liked him, and his mom was considering taking the dog because we couldn't find any kind of registration or whatever, and called the SPCA and all that stuff. They didn't have any record of it, but I mean, we couldn't keep this dog. My aunt's dog Sparky was still with us too, and they got along pretty good. That was good, and we didn't have Maze yet. This is before his time. But Bailey kind of got along with him, sort of. Anyway, so we kept Hunter for a couple of days, and Cody's mom, Deanna, brought her dog over, and because she was interested in possibly getting him herself. And so her dog, she was taking him for a walk, and Hunter is the type of dog that he has to play. Like, he wants to play, and he'll ki-eye and make a big deal about it, but if he doesn't get a chance to play with another dog, well, he leapt the fence. And Deanna's dog is semi-aggressive. Like, he's not that bad anymore, but he used to be really aggressive. And she was telling me the story. She's like, oh my God, you guys weren't home. It was just me and my dog. And she's like, I was just freaking out about the whole thing, thinking that there was going to be this dog fight. Because, I mean, Hunter just wanted to play, and her dog, Marley, is vicious. And, it's his territory and all that stuff. So, Hunter comes over to them. Not too close. Deanna had her dog on a leash. And he just sits there, and Marley's growling and bark, like grrr, that sort of a thing. And Hunter just sits there and looks at him like, yeah, okay, sure, can we play now? Very, very mild-mannered and wonderful-natured dog. So she brought him back over, and ended up that Marley and him played, and they were having fun. Well, one day Hunter escaped again, and he just disappeared. We thought that he had maybe gone back to find out where his actual owners were. We didn't know. But anyway, so he disappeared, and we thought that was the end of that. And then we were at Kelly and Cody's, actually, of all places. I think it was New Year's or one of the parties that we usually go to over there. And Cody's mom used to work for the city of Kamloops, the pound there. And this dog showed up on their website, and he looked just like Hunter. And, you know, we're like, whoa, this is really crazy. Maybe that's Hunter. So my friend Lee was looking for a possible dog out at Douglas Lake. And so I went over and to the pound and with Megan, my other roommate, and she's like, yeah, that's Hunter. That's totally Hunter. And so we went and picked him up, and it was a rainy day, of course. So he's all freaking wet, and, you know, dog fur, how it smells when they're wet and all that, so whatever. So we put him in the back of the car and we bring him home, and Lee was going to take him out to the farm, which he did, and it ended up that he felt the dog was too aggressive towards his daughter and some other dogs out there. I don't know exactly the whole story, but Hunter ended up coming back. Now, Kelly and Cody at the time had a cat named Quiz, which they still do. Spawn of Satan, most evil cat ever, but he's adorable. And even though he will hiss at you and all this other stuff, I was actually just feeding him while they were in Hawaii. I have a love-hate relationship with that cat. Not really. I love him. I think he's adorable, but he hates everybody equally. Anyway, so they had him as a kitten, and then they've had him for a while. But they were thinking about possibly getting a dog, and they really liked Hunter. They really liked his mild-manneredness, because this dog wouldn't hurt a fly at all. So it ended up that they decided to take him, and he's lived with them ever since for a couple of years now. Him and the cat still do not get along. Like, they don't play or anything like that. Even Sparky, when we had Bailey and stuff, they got along. It was fine. Bailey was fine with him, but Quiz does not get along with the dog. But they have this game. I think they do kind of tolerate each other, and I think that they would be lonely if they didn't have each other. But when Quiz is by himself and the dog is at a kennel or whatever, or at Cody's parents' place when they go away and stuff, Quiz is usually more mild-mannered. He's happier to have the house back to himself. But when Hunter's there, oh... yeah, and Hunter is very protective. He will, if he thinks the cat is going to hurt a human, he will jump right up at him and put himself between you and the cat and stuff. So this dog is very loyal. And he obviously had some kind of training from whoever had him before, because he is incredibly smart in so many ways, and very patient and very loving, a wonderful family dog. And I'm so happy that Kelly and Cody have him, because he's got such a wonderful family now, mom and dad that love him, and he gets to go over to Cody's parents' place in Barnhart Vale, and they have a big farm area where he can run with the other dogs. It's just wonderful. It's a wonderful, happy ending for a dog that ended up finding a forever home. And he was pretty close to being destroyed had he not found a home. So I'm just so glad that everything worked out. But Hunter is a great dog, and if I can ever get footage of him, I will do so, because he's wonderful. So that's what my video was about today, and I really wish I would have done it while I was over there. But again, time constraints. But anyway, that's why it's so late. I'm going to have to do this as a .avi file probably to get it posted in time, because they don't take as long to post as whatever my regular camera sets at. Because yes, the quality is very, very nice, but when it just takes forever to load on YouTube, like sometimes 2 hours for like a 15-minute video or something like that. Whereas with .avi or AVI or whatever you call the files, they're more compressed, not the best quality, but at the same time they load fast, and you still get the idea. So, okay. Tomorrow is Sunday. What does that mean? My radio show, Animé-d in Japan, Insanity on the Radio, is on from 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific Time. Don't forget to check it out. And it's Japanese music at its best is what I like to call it. And I have a lot of fun with it. And I hope that everybody else does too. June 19th will be the 10th anniversary of my show. So, wow. 10 years. 10 years. I still remember the first day when Annika and I hosted it, and she got all tongue-tied. That was so much fun. We had 5 hosts at one time, and now we've only got 1, which is neat. But Kelly helps out every once in a while too, like if I'm sick or if I'm doing something else, like I've got a trip or something like that, she'll jump in if there's enough time to prepare for it and stuff, so that's always good. But check it out, 92.5 FM in Kamloops or www.thex.ca, and it opens up, when you click the little radio icon, it'll open up in your browser, or not browser, your whatever your default media device is. For me, it's Winamp. So, but yeah. Okay, that's it for tonight. I will see you guys later. Jamatani Mina. Have a wonderful day as we approach December. Hurrah!